Why we fall from grace, business, life, relationships, why we sabotage ourselves, how we fall from a wonderful life to darkness. One example. First of all, I'm going to tell you about some medication that a person used to take. I don't advocate medication. I'm not telling anybody to take medication. I don't take it. I've been prescribed it for my own mental health challenges over my life. They've made me feel worse. They've made me gain weight. I do not advocate medication, but this story I'm going to tell you has to do with medication. So I'm just saying, before I tell you the story, I am not advocating prescription medication. I knew a girl, and she had some extreme mental health challenges, and she really did need the medication. And she started to take it, and she felt good. And when she was not on this medication, she was a horrible person. That's it. She was a horrible person, okay? Hopefully you can understand that. She started to take this medication, and she felt better. And she calmed down. Her mind didn't race. She became a good person, a nice person. And that's who she always was, but she had these challenges, right? But she came to normal per se, happy, generous, loving, inviting. Just the medication helped her. After a few months, she felt so good. She thought, man, I feel good. I'm normal. Everything's good. I don't need this medication. She stopped taking it. And guess what happened? Boom, she fell back. She fell right back to where she was at. And when you fall back to where you're at, it's very hard to get back on the medication and come back up. Because when you're in that darkness, and I know you've experienced it, we all have, when you're in the darkness, it's hard to climb out of it, right? Why do I tell you that story? Because it's the same thing with seeking God, praying, soaking in prayer, right? Studying, going to church, however you receive your information and your connection with God. It's the same exact thing. Why do I say this right now? Because I've experienced it. It's weird, the ups and the downs. You have the ups and the downs? It's because I experienced it. I'm experiencing it right now. When I'm praying, I'm talking to God. When I'm soaking, meditating, I'm listening to God. And God speaks to you every minute, all day. He speaks to you every minute, all day. But you're so busy, and there's such a buzz, and there's everything going on. You're good, the bad, the ugly. All these things are going on, right? My job, my business, my relationships, everything's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. So we're not listening to God, right? When we're living in pain, when we're living in stress, we're living in anxiety, that's your brain. That's your brain. When you're living in peace and love, that's your heart. That's the God portion of you. All right. The story I just told you about the medication. It's the same thing with God. Read your Bible. Pray on a daily basis. Soak and listen to God. Ask the right questions to God. Demand. God says demand what you want, what you need. Don't ask in hope. Ask in know. Don't ask in hope. Ask in know. Faith, belief. What does God say? What does it say in the Bible? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As in his heart. Right? There's a difference in the brain and the heart. There's a big difference between your brain and your heart. Don't fall. That's why we fall. When you're praying, you're soaking in prayer, and you're connected with God, things are going to feel and be better. Even if they're not better, they'll feel better, and you won't be stressed about them. Things will be better. But then as soon as things get better, don't drop off from the praying, because that's what's working. That's what's helping. I say that to you because that's what I experience. Every time I have a downfall, something in my relationship, something in my business, something in on and on and on, it's because I've fallen from God. I've stopped the praying. Everything was good. Everything's good. Everything's right. Man, I'm right. Yeah. And then I run and I live my life, and I think I'm running on my own. The connection with God is very important. Stay connected. Enjoy the day.